Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning, May 17th. So after I posted that video yesterday, I will say not having the comments turned on helped a lot as far as my addiction to see what everybody is saying and respond back. So I'm sorry I have to do that. That's about me. That is more about me and my need for approval than it is about you guys. Trust me. And it took me a long time to figure that out. But it was either cut off some of the stuff that was taking up so much time or stop doing videos altogether. And I don't want to do that. So anyway, today I'm going to do some cards. But first I'm going to say I have a receptionist meeting this morning, and one of the things that the manager said was we were going to go around and do introductions because I have skipped out on the last two. We didn't have them during COVID, or we either did like phone calls or whatever. So I haven't met at least 3 of the other receptionists in person. I've only talked to them on the phone. And so we're going to do this like little introduction about what we do on the weekends. And I was kind of like, holy cow, I do a lot of stuff on the weekends. So I'm thinking this out loud while I'm talking to you guys. In case you are new to my channel, what I do through the week is I am a receptionist at a very busy title company. And then on the weekends, I do past life readings. I do a few tarot readings. I keep an eye on the astrological changes, the solar flares, the KP index, the Ascension things. I try to figure out why people are feeling off. I think we had something big that came in yesterday because I kept getting notices on my phone. And when I went to bed last night, I don't know, man, it did something with the water in my body, or maybe I just didn't drink enough yesterday. But I woke up several times and my mouth was so stinking dry that I couldn't even like swallow. So I don't know what was going on with that, but I do think there was something that came in yesterday, and I kind of feel it in my ears today. So that's a little introduction about who I am and what I do. I feel and see that we've got some dominoes starting to fall. So as I try to figure out my new way of doing things that are not so crazy making for me, again, don't take it personally. It's more about me not losing my mind and still being able to go forward with certain things that I want to do. So I want to do some cards today. And I want to, I think maybe it's going to be, what does the next 7 days look like? I like doing, what does the next 7 days look like? And everybody seems to like those because it's short and quick. And so tell me what the next 7 days looks like in the world for the collective. What does the next 7 days look like for the collective in the world? What does the next 7 days look like for the collective? Lots of cards. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. What does the next 7 days look like for the collective? Oh, way too many. Oh, there's one. Okay. Interesting. So we have 2 aces. And we have the Justice card upside down. So the first thing that came to mind on that is, it feels to me like something big came out. Some of the justice that we have been waiting on, but nothing happened. It might be that Durham report that came out a couple of days ago. It's like that came out and it just fell flat on everybody. And that's frustrating a lot of people because you know what? We have been waiting for that stupid report forever. And it came out yesterday and I haven't seen any shit fly since then. Also, I want to say our favorite Phil last week had done a live and he was talking about someone who offed themselves. I'm still on YouTube right at the moment, so I still have to kind of watch what I'm saying. until I completely move off of there and over to Rumble, if that's what I end up doing. He says that this message that he put out on Twitter about he is perfectly fine is not true, and that is not the case. And so he also said that when that happened, that was like the catalyst that was supposed to help all the dominoes fall. And again, we saw that report, but I'm not seeing anything happen from that just yet. So we've got the Ace of Swords, which is basically like the Ace of Truth, but we've also got this Two of Cups coming out. So again, it feels like they're still making deals behind the scenes. We won't blow this up if you don't do this. You know, it's still, they're holding back on something. And the Ten of Swords it's still causing a lot of stress for somebody. So, but I feel like that is the bad guys, the black hats. That Ten of Swords feels like it's them. And so, and this feels like it's the good guys and the collective that know what's going on. It's kind of like emotionally, it feels like emotionally that Durham report did like kind of bring out a lot of good emotions for people. So it feels like it's kind of all over the place. They were trying to bring stuff out. It kind of fell flat. And I'm going to say fell flat with maybe the lefties because it provided all of this information, but I don't think they believe it yet. It's like, yeah, I don't believe that. I don't care if that's what that says. That's not what my belief is. That's what it feels like that group of unawakened people are still saying, even though the truth came out. So I think that probably the good guys took a look at that, took a look at the response, and they were like, well, shit, that didn't work either. So again, in the background, they're still making some deals or whatever, but I definitely feel like the black hats are doing some panic here with the swords and losing some sleep. Because if George really did off himself, like Phil said, then the rest of the black hats know that, and they are probably freaking out because they know what that means. They know it's bad if that really, really happened. So, okay, so what does that mean for the next 7 days, though? That's really more current energy. Let me do this. I'm going to do my light seekers. What does the next 7 days look like? Again, that feels more like current energy. Next 7 days. What does the next 7 days look like? What does the next 7 days look like? What does the next 7 days look like? Some sort of communication. Good communication. That's a very, very pretty card. And swords, or not swords, that's wands. Something that we've been waiting for about money. So we've got and I'm going to say good news because like the guy on here is like smiling, counting his money. So I feel like it's some sort of good news. Well, that just flew out. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse position. And that's the one where everybody's like been planting their seeds. So everything that they've been working on, I feel like it like comes to a standstill. So maybe, again, it feels like all of this stuff we've been waiting for, and the sun came up in the reverse. So there could be something that comes up in the next week that freaks people out. It also came up underneath the Ten of Swords. So again, it kind of matches up with what I was saying. It feels like we all waited for that report. I mean, seriously, for 3 freaking years, everybody's been waiting for that report. And it came out, and then it was just kind of like, it just kind of went with the thud. And the Hanged Man, okay, in reverse. So we are still waiting for people to look at things from a different perspective. It hasn't happened yet. It feels like we are still kind of in limbo land right now, although they just shoved. Okay, so this is what I feel like I just saw. They just shoved the first domino over, but the second one was too far away and it didn't make them all fall. So we're still kind of in some waiting mode right at the moment about really getting everything going forward. I would normally say, let me know if you think that's correct, but I'm having the comments turned off. So, again, feel free to send me an email if you want. I can handle a few emails. It's 50 or 75 responses. It's like having that many text messages. I mean, that would make anybody crazy in a day. So that's why I put a stop to that. Okay. So that's kind of what's going on with the collective there since the dominoes maybe started falling. Okay, give me a couple of cards to help me what Ascension physical stuff might be going on with people. Let's just see, what are we working on the physical realm as far as Ascension with these solar storms, with whatever was going on yesterday. Like I said, I feel like dehydration was part of it. So I will say, make sure you drink lots of water and make sure that you do the electrolytes, because the solar storms that come out are electrical. It does affect that electrical current that's in our body. Magnesium, salt, potassium are three of the things that are super important when it comes to that, making sure that those are all in balance. So you can get some electrolytes for something like that. Oh God, they're falling out. I don't feel like I'm getting anything from this. So maybe we have a break this week from the physical stuff. So, overview, male urinary system. Okay, so the guys are still coming up again. I don't feel like I'm getting much out of that. So we're going to move on from that. Okay. These are, I'm just going to say, give us some last details, universe, about things that will help us move forward for the next week. Things that we need to be aware of. Okay, so this one's got something to say. Freedom! I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. And trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So, I think that's it for today. Like I said, I'm still kind of trying to figure out how the channel is going to move forward, what I'm going to talk about. This is some of the stuff that I have learned in the last couple of weeks by doing that sacred money archetypes. Is I get bored very easy. I have known that about myself forever. That's one of the reasons my channel keeps shifting, is like I do this for a while and then I get tired of it, and I do this for a while and then I get tired of it, and I do this and then I go back to that and do that again for a while. So I just kind of recirculate a lot of the stuff that I talk about, because I can't do the same thing every day after day. I can't talk about past life readings every day, or do tarot every day, or talk about the truther movement every day. That just like is boring. I also know about myself that I have a lot of classes sitting on my computer that probably need to be put in some sort of a bundle and sent out to the world for that. I am horrible at finishing things. I'm not good at follow-up. That is also in your favor for those of you who have reached out to me for a reading sometime, and then I responded back once to you and I did not pester you for the next 6 months. I'm not going to follow up on that 15 times. You either want a reading from me or you don't. I don't care. I've got plenty of stuff going on right now, so that means you're off the hook. That means that I am not going to bug the crap out of you. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to get these uploaded. I will be putting this to YouTube and the R that rhymes with Bumble. And I think that's it for today. Everybody have a good one. Bye.